Alright. Like, YouTube got my channel fixed. Or my app on my phone. To where it don't crash and I don't have to keep, like, resuming the live channel. But, got my new shirt in. My new sweater in today. Or actually, I got it yesterday. But, I actually put it on today. And it's just for the police out there. Let y'all know. Let me see if I can do this here. There's that. It's got a cross in the center of the flag. And it ain't colored, it's just white. But on the back, I don't know if I can do this. Wonder if there's a way I can do this. Well, I ain't even gonna attempt to do that. Let's see what we can do. Going to my paint bathroom. I tell you, I need to repaint this bathroom. Alright. Let's see what we can do. There she is. Can't see. One nation under God. Blessed the peacemakers. And it's blue and white. The blue cross. So, I'm representing. I'm for the police. I'll tell you what, getting off subject again. I always do this. I get on a YouTube channel and I start talking about other stuff. I'll get to it though. Anyways. Oh, I ordered this shirt because they got a lot of stuff going on about in the news about if police should be able to use lethal force. Okay, there's something, kind of a bill going through or something to where these police supposedly are using lethal force and they don't think the public, or the public don't think that they should. I don't know. But anyways, I didn't catch up on the whole bill. But, oh my gosh, I'm getting all these texts. But anyways, supposedly, somewhat of the bill from what I got, they said that, in other words, it was okay for them to do it. To an extent. The public did get more control in the police about them. They can't just go out and take a gun and start shooting people. Especially if they're basing people off the color of their skin. I mean, that these cops are going to get more, like, they're going to get more trouble than what they used to if they use lethal force for something that they didn't need to use lethal force for, you know. Guy walks into a store, let's say, hypothetically, he's black, purple, green, anything but white, okay? And a cop, got called on the store for the guy shoplifting. Well, let's say the cop asks the guy to stop or tells him to stop and he don't stop and he runs out the door, the cop shoots him. All right, well, a lot of times before his bill got crossed through or passed through, whatever, an officer might be put on paid leave for a while and get away with it. But now, they can get fired for it, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if y'all have read up a little bit more on what I did, put it out there for others that, correct me, please. Like I tell everybody, don't take my word for it. Look it up. that way it just goes to verify that to my knowledge, I'm being honest. I don't like to, I don't mean to, you know, uh, confabulate something by mistake. Anyways, I was going on yesterday about these dudes, and I was talking about Alexandria the Great. I don't remember exactly what I said. Alexandria the Giant, I think I said. I meant Alexandria the Great. I was talking about him, and there was Olympia, Philip, which was Alexandria's dad, his first wife, Olympia. I didn't really go into the whole story of it, which I don't want to, but I wanted to also, after I watched my video, I said, crap, I forgot, I left out pieces, and I'm trying to remember it so I can tell you all about it, because I wanted to tell you about it then, I just forgot it, slipped my mind. But Olympia, okay, that's where we get the Olympics, okay, with the, 5 or 6 rings in the center, is from Olympia, which is Philip's first wife. And then, of course, you can look up his second wife. I don't remember without opening my computer. I can never remember his second wife's name. For the love of God, I can't. I don't know why. But anyways, I ain't gonna try to attempt to remember because I'll have an aneurysm or something. I'll hurt my brain. Anyways, let's see here. Something else I was gonna tell y'all about. See, Olympia, and then of course Zeus. She blamed it on when she was caught sleeping with a snake that Zeus, the god of Zeus, tempted her, kind of like what Eve did in the garden with Adam. Same thing, the serpent tempted Eve, tricked her. Of course, she tricked Adam. See, oh God, there's a few things. Well, I'm gonna have to open my laptop anyways today, because I need to go. I noticed I was leaving work today, and they got a company called Pegasus, and it just dawned on me. Bloop. I said, there's another one I need to bring up to y'all. Pegasus. Now, that's another goddess. Now, I say goddess. Pegasus. It's more, I don't think it's a female, male type of god. If I'm remembering right, Pegasus was like a unicorn. But I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna show you all, because it's a name, company. 1, 2, 3. I ain't gonna tell you all where the city of it is. I mean, you can look it up and probably figure it out yourself. I just don't want to throw my town out like that, Let's see what we got here. I might have to flip the camera around for y'all. Pegasus. Here we go. Greek gods. See? Alright, here we go. Here's a good reminder. When I was talking about that other country that these fires was happening in, it was happening in Greece. Now, ain't that ironic? I didn't think about that yesterday when I found out about it. But Greek, that's where we're getting a lot of our pagan religions, is in Greek. Oh, and here's something else I'm remembering. Funny how stuff's coming back to me. I found out, California. I did a little bit more research. I wanted to bring this out to the open for y'all. I was talking about the Bonesmans, the Skull and Bones. What was it? Here we go again. 322. 23. I think that's 322. 233. Might be 233. I could Google it, find out. But anyways, that ain't the point. Number is not a point. If you're looking at the history of the whole numbering things, it goes into the history of another pagan god. But he ain't a god. He's a real dude that lived back in Greek's time. But that's a whole other story, whole other thing. Greek. I'm getting off the subject here. Greek. Crap. I knew I was going to forget it. Greek. Oh, California fires. That's right. God. I'm tired. Just got off work. Mental. I use nothing but mental work. Okay. The Bonesmans. California. Okay, what I was reading up. Bohemian Grove, however you pronounce that, is located in California. That's where they hold, I don't know if y'all remember Alex Jones, the Bohemian Grove. He broke into that, and it's all of our presidents and politicians and stuff that are in this secret society. Whatever you want to call it, club for old men, dirty old men, you know. But that's based out of the California thing. And the Yale, I said it was probably New York. Well, let me look this up. Hell, I got the internet open. Hold on. Let me tell y'all where University of Yale is. University of Yale. Yale University. Well, it's in New Haven, Connecticut. So it's actually located in Connecticut. So scratch that. It's not in New York. It's in Connecticut. Looking at the pictures of it here. I don't want to look at this. Okay, well, it's in Connecticut. Yale University is. And anyways, that's where just about all of our presidents went. Not all of them, I selected few. The Bushes. I'll tell you what, Life, the ones that do Life magazine, Sports Illustrated magazine. Hold on here. Let me look that guy up. Let me type Life. I think it's a magazine. And we'll put Skull and Bones. Time magazine. Yeah, I was right about that at least. Postcard of Skull and Bones Society building. laid naked in a coffin and told the tales of his early sex life during the Skull and Bones intuition. Alright, this is what this guy did. Of course, it's going to give me a weird looking site here. Of course, Society at Yale University. Come on, you gonna load or what? Maxwell Evarts, like Maxwell CDs. He was one of them that was in it. Alexander Jackson Davis, Henry Austin, Brownstone Egyptian Revival, Yale University Art Gallery, Grove Street Cemetery, wrought iron fence that surrounds a portion of the complex. Now the wrought iron, that was what Alexandria was taught from his teacher, who was starts with a P. But anyways, no, his might have been his dad, Phillips, that said if you use wrought iron, like the irons, like with the metal tips on the end, and then like about midway down, it had this big circle piece. I guess kind of to balance it maybe on it, and like they'd use those to impale the people and the horses and stuff when they were going at war. I think that was his dad's idea. If it wasn't his teacher, gosh, I mean, y'all need to read up on this. I can't remember his teacher's name. It's in here, in this thing I'm reading. I'll have to look up on it. Alexander Robbins went and proof. I don't know. I don't want to go through it and find them all. Reference and fiction. I mean, y'all have to just do a Wikipedia search and read up on it, because there's just too much here for me to talk about. But anyways, there's a lot of stuff to do with Skull and Bones, Illuminati, secret societies, not devil worshipping, but Satanism. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in California that this stuff is coming from. So I believe that also, if they're not trying to hide history, they could be bothering California because of stuff that's based off of secret societies. If I remember, John F. Kennedy was the one that was talking about we have to watch out for secret societies, different clubs, secret clubs and stuff, because if they corrupt our politicians, they corrupt our presidents, I mean, they'll get over on our nation. I mean, they got a lot of power as a president, especially if they become president. Now, politicians, congressmen, stuff like that, they still got a lot of power if you get enough of them. But Greece, let me get back on the topic of Greece. That's where these other fires were happening. And it wasn't just trees that was burning. There were very few trees. There were more cars and trucks that was burning than trees. If you ask me, I think to make it in the media, they hired some people to go out and set fire to these woods. And they use that for the excuse to cut for a cover-up of these houses and stuff catching fire. Because, I mean, on YouTube, they're having, not just Greece, but over here in California, there are fires happening, and it's just nothing but homes that are burning down. Metal businesses like manufacturing companies that's more made out of like metal or tin roof or just aluminum, steel is melting. Just the buildings, but the trees are untouched. That's like taking again, like I was talking about yesterday, taking a car, sticking it in the microwave, and then taking a tree limb, a small one, throwing it in the microwave with the car. Put the microwave on 3 minutes. I do not recommend you to do this, by the way. Do not. But I'll tell you what's going to happen. If your microwave don't blow up first, that car is going to spark like a mother, and that tree limb won't even burn. And the reason why is because metal reacts to microwave energy. And just like I showed you that video, they were shooting a hole with these direct energy weapons through a truck that looked about like ones from the California, shooting a hole through the hood of it and through the engine block and disabling the vehicle. And here's something else I was listening to. When these dews go off, right before the dew goes off, they do damage to whatever they're aiming at. You lose power. And that's from the electrical magnetic field that these energy weapons give off. It's like dirty electricity. Same thing that these smart meters are putting on your homes, okay? We're not supposed to sleep near electrical outlets. Your parents could have told you that if they were pretty knowledgeable about it, because they give off somewhat, not as much as these smart meters, but they give off some dirty electricity. And they can give you a headache if you sleep near a wall outlet, or a migraine, or just cause like where you can't sleep well at night. So, but if you sleep near these smart meters, there's people that are having headaches, nosebleeds, really bad migraines, problems sleeping, fogginess of the mind, not being able to remember anything, just, what do they call that, cognitive problems, stuff. You gotta be able to remember stuff. They can't remember anything. These and here they're wanting to put 5G outside our homes on electrical poles. They're already hiding them. 5G. Okay, if they gotta hide them to make them, I guess the public don't want them looking inappropriate for their towns, so they're hiding them. But if you ask me, the way I look at it, if they're hiding them because they don't want people to know that they're up. Okay? If you gotta hide these equipment, and it ain't because of the public, to make it look more presentable, something that's not a sight for sore eyes, I guess, however you want to look at that old saying. If you're going to hide it, that just tells me that it's probably bad for us. Okay? And again, there's this guy y'all need to look into if y'all haven't heard of him before. Got his name up on the top of my head. Something the Informer. He's got a wacky hairdo. But he talks about what these laptops are doing to us. He talks about what these cell phones are doing to us, these iPads, schools having Wi-Fi, okay, and then being like bombarded with all this Wi-Fi inside of a microwave box, so to speak, with all this microwave energy bouncing around like inside of a microwave. They're cooking these kids. And then vaccines. Here's something else that I remember seeing. California. Not only is like smart meters catching fire possibility, but flu shots. Again, California. People are dying from flu shots over there. What's going on? I mean, are you all not paying attention? Are you all not seeing what I'm seeing? Something fishy going on. I wish I could remember that informer guy's name. I know y'all know him. Oh, I'm sorry though. I know I ain't talking too much about the dudes. I just want to get the story about, the info out there about Olympia, where we got that name. And Alexandria, not giant, but the great. Of course, we all know Christopher Columbus did not find America. That was made up. I mean, if y'all didn't know that, that's another one of those myths that we've been told that was true, but it was actually just a cover-up story. Christopher Columbus was not the one who discovered America. It all comes from the British side of, over in Europe. We originated, or well, not when I say we, not me personally, but not even my family, but ancestors originated. Anybody that's over here in America, besides like people that might have originated from Germany, Russia, other nations, but majority of us came from over in Europe. British, that's how a lot of our presidents and stuff are staying in family. Here's something. Not Athena. Might be Athena. Athene. Athene. I'll look it up. It talks about democracy. How they got democracy started. Democracy was not started in America. And I don't know if anybody's been told that. I don't remember being told that it started in America. I always wonder where democracy came from. But it came from Athene. Remember Athena? But there was a country called Athene, and democracy got started from there. And then it pretty much went out to other places. But y'all need to look how democracy, they had what you call, like, I'm not saying this right, half democracy and then full democracy. And then there was something before that, but I don't remember. But y'all ought to look at Athene. That goes along the same lines of civilization. I mean, whatever else it said. Mathematics. I don't know. I mean, something else that goes along with that. How they set democracy up. And how they set up the court system to where our congressmen, about every so often, that's why they stay politicians for so long. They never get voted out unless we vote enough of them out. But that makes it almost impossible if you watch how they have democracy, the democracy and the court system set up to when we go and vote as citizens, it's we're getting more bad people in there than good. And it's rigged. And if you follow through with what they teach you, how it's rigged, you will see that it is impossible to get anybody in there that's not for brotherhood or not for the people, not like us people, but for them, for the family or brotherhood of our politicians, congressmen. It makes it impossible. I mean, we can vote them out, but it takes a majority to vote them out. I don't know what to tell y'all. This place is in bad shape. It's in bad, bad shape. Other than that, I don't have much to say about that. I just hope you all are able to take my knowledge with you, consume it, mentally digest it, regurgitate it later, and look it up. Study it. Because you're all going to find probably a wealth of information that I've just told you all that if some of y'all are interested in history, y'all might really enjoy, looking up some of this material that I'm talking about. I know I did. And ever since then, I've just been like digging. Constantly on YouTube. Constantly looking for information out there. Because I don't have a smart meter on my home. I denied it. As soon as I heard about it, I got the postcard in the mail. I nipped that right in the butt quick as I could. I did not want that smart meter on my home because it's an invasion of your privacy, which is your Fourth Amendment right in the Constitution. Without probable cause or a search warrant on your home from the judge, no law enforcement officers are allowed to search your home, and they're not, I quote, supposed to be searching your phone calls either. But we all know the whole NSA stuff went out the window on that. They took out that thin thread out of the database at the NSA, Homeland Security, whatever. And now they're able to, none of our stuff, our conversations through the phone are getting encrypted. It's all decrypted. And they're able to listen to every American phone conversations because that thin thread program that they had in there to where it would pick out keywords and then open the conversation up for somebody to listen because they said those keywords. But now they don't have that in it. It's like when I'm talking to you now, they can hear, they can listen in. Same thing over voice over IP, they can listen in on that. It's just, I don't know. What our government wants to know about us besides your social media networks and putting a algorithm together about everybody, the population. And then, of course, I'm going to attach that smart meter that's like a black box on your house that's going to keep track of you. Like all your appliances. First it's the smart meter on your home. They're going to put on there. Then they're going to start making smart appliances. Look it up. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I'm not telling stories. I'm not confabulating anything. I do know this. I'm remembering this by heart. But they're coming out with smart appliances. They already got smart TVs. Okay? And those work with smart meters. They can actually tell smart meters are able to tell what you're watching, when you're watching, what hours you're watching your television, all through the software of the TV that is, by the way, a big corporation that is like intermingled in with PG&E, which who makes them smart meters, and are able to cooperate and work with these smart appliances that they will be coming out with. And you mark my words, they will work with these smart meters, and they're already starting to come out on my Android phone. When I click on Google, like the address bar, and it brings up the internet browser, I'm able to click on the little thing to see the main headliners on Google. Like talks about I don't know, cell phones, 5G, whatever comes up. They're already talking about smart meters invading people's privacy, and it is. It's infringing on your Fourth Amendment right. Everybody has a right to the privacy, and when you have them smart meters attached to your home, working with all these smart appliances that are coming out, your toasters, your newer refrigerators, your newer dryers, washers, furnaces, thermostats, all of that is going to be wired into these smart meters. They're going to know everything about everybody in their house. I mean, imagine that. Your electric company is going to know more about your home than your own neighbor. They're going to know what your house is set on. When you're home, because the electricity that is being used ain't going to be used. And if you have family that's there while you're at work, of course they're going to know that they're home. Somebody's home. That just... And then they're coming out with these, like Amazon's got these. I mean, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I've got one, a smart lock. The reason I got it is because I don't want my packages stolen off my property. But yeah, I got it set up to where, of course, the way I got it set up. My back door, they just drop it off in the back door near my basement, and then I got the rest of my house on key, so it ain't like they can actually get into my main living room or kitchen or any of that. So I did secure it. I don't have nothing in the basement, so even they can go down there and look around if they want. But I got that camera set up that comes with it. It's an optional thing that you can buy, and it records as soon as the door comes unlocked. It starts recording, and it goes to a cloud. I'm able to watch it on the cloud. But it's just everything's, going smart. But it's not smart. If you're smart and you know your history, you know technology, and you're not dumb to it, and you do your research, your homework, and know what these companies are doing, they're actually, the smart is dumb. If you're smart, they're dumb. Hitler had this thing, though, and it was kind of like the neighbors would be the watch, okay? And then Hitler would hire these people. They had no affiliation with him. Some of them did, but some of them didn't. And he would pay them to spy on certain people who were in the political, who was against him. And this is the same thing that Hitler has done. They're spying on us. They want to know what you have political against our president, against our politicians, because they're using this. They're collecting data on us for this. And when the time comes and they have us in a box, little by little, they're putting an invisible fence up around us. They're going to have you in a box. And when the time comes and they know they got you, when the time's for checkmate, we're just the chess pieces on the chessboard and they got you in checkmate, they're going to have material on you. They'll be able to set you up with ease, so-called patsy. You'll be a patsy. Leverage on you. They'll be able to just tell you, hey, throw all this out in court, have you set up, you don't do what they want, go with them, they'll lock you up, throw away the key, and you will not have a fast or speedy trial like your Constitution says that you have that right for. And you might be sitting out over in Guantanamo Bay without trial. I mean, it's supposed to be condemned or closed, but I don't think it is. They tell us it is, that it's shut down. Hell, there's people, from what I hear, that's still over there. And they're not even, some of them, quite a bit of them, I don't know how many are from America that's over there, but a majority of them are from, like, different places. I wouldn't be surprised if they got some of them kids that they've taken away from their the Mexican families and stuff that's come over here illegally aren't sitting over there. But yeah, I'm getting way off topic. It's almost an hour. So I'm going to let this cut short. Cut long. It's not short. But at least I got to talk to, you all, and got to say what I had to say and put that knowledge out there for you all. And hopefully open up some eyes on some of the stuff that you all probably didn't even know. Might have already known. I don't know. I'm sure there's stuff out there I'm talking about a lot of y'all do know. And know that I'm telling the truth. So just, if y'all got a smart meter, get it off your house. I'm telling you, get it off. If you can afford it, pay the extra $32, $105 one-time fee to get it off. I don't even care if they tell you that they're going to charge you, 10 cents, $1, whatever, every month extra on your bill, just to not have it on your house. I'm telling you, if they're making you have to pay to not have that thing on your house, that should tell you that they don't want it coming off your home. They don't want it coming off your house. In fact, there's a video of a meter reader guy who works for an electric company. I don't remember the name of the company, but he's in a city board, and he's talking about these smart meters and how there's a problem with the power supply switching mode on these meters that are causing fires on these homes. And when the fires happen, it's like, let's say when your bill lapse and they just tell the the power company tells your meter to shut off the power. Well, it uses that power supply that's built into that meter to disconnect your power. Well, here's when the meter has an issue. Okay, well then, if you pay your bill, you go down there and you pay the reconnection fee, and then of course you got to pay the bill. Get all that paid for. At least you pay the connection fee, the reconnection fee. They send the signal to turn on your power wirelessly. The meter kicks on, turns your power back on. Well, here's where the meter has an issue. Something happens in between that. I don't know if the relay in it don't click back, or it gets stuck from just being in the shut-off position for so long, or what. But I'm trying to think of how this works while I'm telling y'all. I just don't see it. It should click back if the power comes back on. But maybe it's supposed to, the relay is supposed to click back, but that ain't how a relay works. I don't know what's going on, but there's something wrong with the switching mode in the power supply on the smart meters, because they're causing fires right after they get their electric turned back on from a disconnection. And this guy tells about it, and he knows about it, and he quit working for the electric company because of this. It's not right. And also, I've heard that insurance companies know about this. And if your house burns down from a smart meter, okay, you are liable for it. The electric company is not liable for it. You are. And a lot of homeowner insurance know about this, and they're not covering for a smart meter fire. Like, if it burns down your whole foundation, they're not covering it. But if it just burns down your home and the foundation stays intact, maybe that's the loophole. They'll cover you. Maybe it was the dues too. Maybe the dues as well was covered in wasn't covered in the insurance coverage, because these dues are destroying the foundations, and these insurance companies ain't. Of course, you know, California, a lot of these insurance companies ain't insuring them. And somewhere in the small print, these directed energy weapons military systems are somewhere inscribed in the policy of the insurance companies, and they don't have to cover you if it's due to this. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know how true this is. I haven't looked it up, but I just wanted to put that out there too for y'all, so y'all, I mean, people can look it up if they choose to. But we're being attacked from all fronts. Microwaves, immunizations, vaccines with thimerosal, mercury. It's got aluminum in it. Foods we eat. What else? 5G. Same thing with microwaves. Dues. Add it up. They're attacking us. I think a lot of it also has to do with the whole, what is that, the stones. Under 500 million people. Keeps the population under 500 million people in perpetual motion. Georgia Guidestones. There it is. Telling you, stay safe out there. Bye.